Hello, if you're not new here, welcome back. If you are new here, my name is Brianna and I have a small business called Moonwax Galaxy where I make soy candles and wax melts. So, I have notes today. I have notes this time around. I'm so excited. So, I have notes. I'm not going to get off track. I'm not going to ramble. That's my goal. So, I come to you with updates. Of updates. First of all, mango tangerine is here. This is the jar it looks like. I ran out of labels. They're on their way, but this is what it looks like. It's in a yellow tin. And I dyed it orange, or I tried to. It looks more like pink than orange. So, I tried to go with some orange. It didn't really work out in my favor, but it smells really good. Mango tangerine right now is my favorite. I'm probably going to make a separate video that'll be really short, just going over all of the different summer scents because we have 4 of them. I'm going to smell them. I'm going to show you what the jars look like. And I also need to work on my restock. Pretty much everything I'm showing you in this video is just me restocking on stuff or making stuff. And then hopefully at some point I will be able to do take product photos for the summer releases because I only had half of them out and then the other half were still coming and it was like a mess. So look forward to that. I'm probably going to be vlogging my restock. I vlogged me making the mango tangerine, but the other update is that I sold out on sage and technically mahogany. So, and I think I mentioned it in the last video that I posted, but essentially like I lost quite a few I lost quite a few sage candles because I'll probably put a picture up, but basically I put like my orange moon on top of my jars, and mahogany and sage are both technically a part of our Black History Month release that I did, and they're like our most popular scents. But essentially what I did was I was trying to go for a more like rustic sort of feel. So this label is like a craft label and like everything on it is printed in black. You have the brown amber jars with like the gold top and then also like gold moons going across, which I think is really pretty. And then on top of that I had sort of like the sage, and then I had an orange moon that was crescent moon at the top. The issue with that is it got hot. And I forgot some of my sage, not all of them, but some of my sage candles in my car. And it hit like 90 something degrees. So of course they melted and I was like, oh no. And originally I thought only 3 of them melted, so it wasn't that bad. But then when I went to the craft fair, I found out that some more had melted. So in total I lost maybe like 5, which really isn't that bad. I'm probably just going to give them away to some of my friends or like people who really wouldn't care. But I imagine like most customers are going to be like, I don't want the moon to be melted. So we'll see. But yeah, pretty much sold out of these. And I was like, okay, I need to get some more jars. The thing is that these are my 10-ounce jars and they sold out. So my restock is now going to be 16 ounces. So our restock for both sage and mahogany is going to be in a bigger jar, a 16-ounce jar. So just to kind of give you a comparison on like how much bigger they are. This is kind of the size difference. Let's see if I can show it this way too. So this one is going to have 2 wicks. It's still probably going to be wooden wicks. I'm not going to dye it, so it's going to be sage, and then it's also going to have sage leaves in it. I don't know if I want to continue trying to do the whole like moon and stuff at the top, only because like it's the middle of summer and I'm kind of like, I don't want to deal with like them melting again and me having to like be like, oh, they're ruined, you know? So I'm still debating on whether or not I'm going to put the moons at the top. I feel like it might be something I'll do in like winter months, but like, or the colder months, but like right now I was kind of like, So look forward to that. There's still gold jars. I just didn't pull them out. But yeah, I will be restocking on this. So both mahogany and and sage are going to be in these big jars. I also am making wax melt versions of the summer scents. So here's mixed berry. I don't know how much you can see, but there's like a strawberry in there. And then they have raspberries, and then at the bottom is blueberries. So like they're in the shape of the berries, and they're really cute. But yeah, I also posted a TikTok of me like making the mixed berry. I also have mango tangerine, which these came out pretty orange, I think. The issue is that some of the ones at the top came out like a dark orange, and I was like, oh no. So this is the only jar I've made so far. I have to make some more of the wax melts. The mixed berry is almost done. I have to make a few more strawberries. I have to make tangerines, and I have to make the coconut, ocean waves and coconut, which I really don't know how I'm going to go about doing it yet, because I don't really have like coconut shaped like wax melts at the moment. So I was like, I don't know what to do. Speaking of wax melts, I came across a problem. Essentially, like my issue, basically my war against the heat is not over. It's not done. Some of my wax melts unfortunately melted as well. So if you don't know what our wax melts look like, they're basically in this white mesh white mesh bag, and you get so many moons, stars, and hearts, like they're in the shape of the little moon, stars, and hearts. And we put them in mesh bags, which was okay, I think. But when I brought them to the craft fair, they were fine. But when I brought them back, they melted. And I'm going to show you because I have them right here. And my issue is that I was like, I really had mixed feelings about the mesh bags, only because I was like, they were starting to get messy. Because this is what the mesh bag looks like. And the wax, you probably can't tell, but the wax like really rubs off on the bag and it starts to make a mess. But also, as you can see, it melted into this big blob of, I don't even know. It still smells really great. But I was like, this isn't gonna work, like, unless I find a way to keep them insulated. But I more so think I just want to rebrand them and repackage them, so we'll see. The ones that survived and have not melted, I am going to keep in my fridge. But here's the downside. Like with my wax melts, I keep a lot of them in my fridge, and I feel bad because it's starting to take up a lot of space. Like I was talking to my mom, and she was like, you could just put them in the fridge. And I was like, yeah, but it's taking up a lot of space where like there should be food, right? Like we kind of arranged it in a way of like, oh yeah, I think I got wax on my hands. Oh my God. We kind of arranged it in a way that was like, okay, this shelf is going to be for the wax melts. And then like this shelf will be like where we store our food. Which I was kind of like, this is getting hectic. So what I'm trying to figure out is I want to get plastic clamshells, which I was nervous about because I'm like, plastic really isn't the most recyclable material I could use. Because I really do like want to use as much recyclable packaging as possible, but I also have to acknowledge that I also need to use what's best for my products. So this sucks. I haven't fully figured it out yet. I found one that's in the shape of, so like there's, and I'm gonna put pictures on the screen, but basically the clamshells is like, you either get squares, you can get the wax bars, that you essentially like pour the wax into the plastic and it'll mold into that shape, which is fairly common. I think that's the most common way to buy basic wax melts if you're not trying to do anything super fancy, like do shapes and stuff like that, or cupcakes or berries or whatever the case may be. I've seen some great artistry for wax melts on Instagram, by the way. Like this stuff looks good. I tend to more still want to focus on candles than wax melts, but we also have wax melts just because I feel like it's a more affordable option because our wax melts are pretty cheap. But that being said, I found some that was in the shape of like a star. I know that when I googled star clamshells, it came up, but for whatever reason, a lot of like websites call it like a pentagram, and I'm like, I want it to be a star. But like, the ones that I found all shipped from China. And I was like, I don't want to wait that long. I don't have time to wait that long per se. So I'm trying to figure out what to do, because my next event is on the 22nd, which I'm pretty sure is not this Friday, but next Friday. So I was like, I need this pretty quickly, you know, like today is Wednesday the 13th. So this Friday is the 15th and the next Friday is the 22nd. So I was like, I need this fairly quickly. Like literally I have wax coming and I'm trying to do the restock this, like for this. Part of the reason why I rush so much too is because candles take time to cure. So like after I make them, they have to sit and you have to allow the wax to bind to the fragrance oil, and that takes like at least a week. There are some people that say, oh, it takes 1 to 2 days, but I wait a week. There's some people that wait 2 weeks. There's some people that wait a month. I wait a week. So you can kind of see my dilemma when it comes to like fighting shipping. But yeah, I was like, I cannot wait for something to ship from China. Like that's going to take a month. If I like right now, I would be ordering stuff for like Halloween/fall. If I was to order it, just to be sure that like everything is made in time, everything ships in time, and I have time for stuff to cure. But right now I don't have time. Found one on Amazon, which like today and yesterday it was Prime Day, but I still have not gotten paid. That's a whole different other thing. But Prime Day, and I'm like trying to get like deals and stuff, but it's not really working out in my favor. Anyway, I'm trying to get these like clamshells from Amazon. I did see some people leave some reviews on it that like there was issues with some of the clamshells having like cracks in it, so the wax would like leak through. And they were like, I ordered 50 and about only 20 of them were good. So I was like, oh no. Granted, those reviews were around like January, February. So like the reviews now that are like over the summer, like in June and May, seem to be okay. But I'm nervous. I'm just nervous. I'm really nervous. So I'm going to see what they say. Because I was like, I can do just like regular squares. But I'm just nervous too. Because I'm like, I want our business to stand out just a little bit, you know? Like, maybe I'm doing too much. But like, you know, I wanted us to be like somewhat unique. At least when it comes to like packaging and our branding and stuff. Like a lot of like the money that I have usually goes into the product itself. So like I kind of skimp out on like packaging a little bit, because like I look at like other businesses and like small businesses like sending out orders, packaging stuff, talking about the behind the scenes stuff, and I'm like, they really go hard with packaging. Like they get custom boxes and tissue and like the tape and all that with their branding on it, and I'm just like, I have a stamp. But yeah, other than that, that's really been it. We have a summer sticker, which I am trying to make versions of. I don't really know if I'll be able to focus on the stickers as much as I want to right now, because like I said, I'm losing my head trying to restock. But yeah, next video is probably going to be more so about me vlogging the restock for these 16-ounce jars and see how they come out. Like I said, I don't really think I'm gonna try to put moons and like stars and stuff, because I thought about it like at the top of the jar, especially since this is a bigger jar. I was like, oh, I can put like maybe a moon here and then like some stars at the side. But I was like, I might wait, because it is hot outside and I don't want anything to melt. It's been cooler the past few days, I think, like in the 70s, but you know, I was like, the last thing I need is to hit 90 and more of my stuff melts. If you haven't, please check us out on Instagrams. Check us out on TikTok. I posted a TikTok last week. I'm going to be posting another TikTok this week, hopefully today. And I am also going to be posting on our Instagrams pictures, product pictures of our summer release with the labels on them. That's pretty much it. If you made it to this far into the video, thank you for watching. May fate always conspire in your favor, and may your stars always align. Hopefully I said the intro right this time. I'm gonna hear it from Kim. I think she was, I didn't realize it until now, but I was like, oh, she yelled at me last time for messing up the outro. So hopefully I don't get yelled at this time. But yeah, so yeah, my cat is here now. Yeah, let me wrap this up because he's gonna mess around with these jars. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Yes, Mango.